Candy, is Mom in spirit?
No.
Did I ask you that last time?
Yes.
There's got to be a reason for that. Okay, I'm getting a lady. She looks like she's got really tight, puffy hair. Older lady, little tight curls. Almost looks like that lady from the Golden Girls, the one with all the sass, the older one. I think Rose was her name. That sort of situation going on. And this lady is coming up as on your right hand side above you. This is like great aunt or that sort of situation, right on that sort of level. And I want to say there's an A name connected to this woman, like an Ann or Aunt Annie or something like that. This woman just wants to let you know she's around. There's not a whole lot of connection between you two, but she's just making her presence known. Because this would have been someone that was around or alive when you were little, so. Or for some reason is around you when you're little. I'm not sure if she just passes in spirit around you or what that is, but she's only referencing you being little. So who do we have around her that she knows and really is interested in talking to and that sort of situation? Can someone like that step forward? Is there a younger male in spirit?
Yes.
Younger as in like early 20s probably?
Yes.
22?
No.
Okay, no worries. Just saying how specific they're gonna let me get it. I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. Sorry. This one feels like taking responsibility for their passing. This guy has very short hair. I feel like he buzzes his hair. It's like a medium brown. It's very short. And I'm going to give you as many details as I can to make sure that you can clarify if there's more than one who this is. Because what I'm seeing is like a medium build to slightly thinner than medium build. There's something about this kid having like a diamond ear stud or like a diamond stud in his ear, or like a ear ring or something. But it's like a stud looking thing. And it's like a K name, like Kevin or Kyle or something like that. Is this registering?
No.
Interesting. Thank you. Anyway, I'm just going to finish with this guy real quick because maybe it'll hit you later. But there's definitely a vein reference with this one, and taking responsibility. So, not intentional, but taking responsibility. So I'm just going to put that out there. And then, is there a younger person with a J name?
No.
Getting another younger male. There's like a whole group of them. Okay, Candy, let's take a step back, take a breath, and let's open this up a little bit, okay? I'm feeling a lot of tightness around the situation. So what I'm going to say is let's just be open to whoever is going to come through. If anyone's going to come through, have peace with that whole situation and not put pressure on the situation, because pressure doesn't help this phenomena. So we're just going to take a breath. Both of us will release any expectations for whatever this is and just allow whatever it is to be and be thankful for that, basically. So I'm gonna shift this, okay? And then dive right back in. There's Jeez Louise, there's an M name lady who's acting very motherly. This is messed up. Alright, anyway. They got a motherly vibe and she has an M name. Who wants to come through? Okay. I do. Fine. Say your piece. Does she know you though? Okay. Okay, I'm okay with that. Alright, so just give me everything you want to say and then we'll move in. Okay, so this woman showing up, she looks like it has a very motherly vibe. Very motherly vibe. This woman would have been around when you were probably adolescence, early teens, that sort of era. This woman has very light hair, and it's also very curly and short. She feels older than your mom, but it has a very motherly vibe connected. I want to say she's like maybe almost 20 years older than your mom, but has a very motherly vibe connected, and seems to have been prevalent like late adolescence, early teens, like very. This is the spot of your life that she's pulling me towards, and I think that there's got to be some sort of reason for that. Either that's when she was most impactful, that's when she died, something like that. There's some significance to that phase of your life. This woman's very kind, gentle. She's got like a natural flush tone to her cheeks and to her nose, and she's a more fair-skinned lady. She's showing with a blue and white apron on for whatever reason, and it's like this woman comes in and she's helping out and then leaves. I don't know what this is, and what she had said initially to me is that you weren't going to know immediately what this was, but you'd figure it out, and I had peace with that. So I said, just tell me everything you got and I'll send it and then we can move on. So that's what I'm going to give you with that. Okay, cool. Now, is that sufficient? Yes. Thank you. Okay, who's next? Can we please so I was already, I didn't even ask you for validation because I already knew, right? I was like, let's just drive through this, say this piece, and let it go. Oh, Lordy. Hopefully that makes sense to you later, though. I'm looking forward to hearing about that. Okay, now, who does she really need to hear from? You're another one of those that try not to feel the pain, like you kind of just push it down and keep moving instead of like fully grieving this stuff. That's what this looks like. Candy, this looks like shoving stuff down and not dealing with your grief. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is there a female to your side that there would be a deep grief association like this with? Like almost like a sister, friend, cousin, your peer group female?
You could say that she was my aunt, but she was really close to my age.
Gotcha. And does she have the S or the S name, like almost like Sarlene or something? What is this?
Sherry.
Thank you. You knew it was going to happen eventually, Candy. It's okay. We just got to get through all the people that you don't know that want to talk to us. No big deal. I say Sarlene. Okay, that's pretty darn close. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Huge sigh of relief, huh, Candy? No, it's kidding.
Yes. I was beginning to think nobody wanted to talk to me.
That's not the case. There's a lot of people want to talk to you. More people than you even know. Literally. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay. So yeah, this woman's coming forward. So definitely come forward as like your peer group. So that makes sense. So this situation feels like partner in crime sort of status. She says that like jokingly. Y'all never got in too much trouble, but she's just saying it jokingly, like very lighthearted sort of person, outwardly. Definitely quietly, lots of depression and things of that nature. This woman's the type of person that would do anything she could for you, but wouldn't ask for anything in return. And she was always trying to make sure everyone else was good, you know, even though I think her inside herself was having a lot of struggles with that. Okay, Candy, I'm just gonna have to relay this exactly like I get it and hope that makes sense to you, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So what I'm getting from her in regards to her passing was that there was a condition or something that was happening for a while, but the passing itself was very quick. Like, so there's a very fast element to the way she passes, but it like an almost like a unexpected turn or something like that. But there was something going on that was much more long term, but didn't seem so serious or something. Do you know what this is?
Diabetes.
Thank you. Okay. And then it wasn't expected to be serious, and then all of a sudden she just like very very quickly, like within like a week, is what this feels like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you.
She had dialysis twice a week, and she wound up having a heart attack and stroke during dialysis.
Gotcha. So that's the fast element to it. She had this long-standing situation that was going on, and then all of a sudden just a quick turn out of nowhere. Very unexpected feeling. So yeah, that makes 100% sense. There's something here about not having a meaningful exchange, like a meaningful goodbye or a meaningful conversation, or there's some sort of barrier between this. Is this, you understand this? Okay. I need to tell you, first off, that she heard you, because after you heard the news, you talked to her out loud. And I'm getting chills. I need to tell you that she heard that, and I also need to tell you that there's like something like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Okay? So this is something that you must have been like, hey, you should watch this, hey, you should monitor this a little better, and she did not pay attention to you, and that contributed to her situation or something. That's how this feels. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. But that just wasn't her nature. Like, she was more worried about everybody else. Herself was last, and that's just the way it is. So, that's just kind of her living on her terms, and that's just unfortunately how things happen sometimes. But everything happens exactly like it's supposed to, and the timing of this, although unexpected and wouldn't be what we chose, still according to like this plan. Like nobody leaves unless it's like, we can't make that call. Like, people survive jumping out of planes and their parachute's not deploying. You know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. You hit a bush and you're alive. Like, it's like, what the heck just happened? You came from a plane, and So like, this isn't our call. So even though it doesn't feel like it was right, it doesn't feel like it was the right time, didn't feel like it should have happened like this, it was, and that's okay. Okay. But I'll tell you what, you got a really, really nice angel up here. And she's got a very warm way about her, especially in regards to her hugs and in regards to like her laughter, and like, she's just got this really warm nature that's very inviting and just very loving, and it's just a really good, just a lot of the good feels here. Okay. And it's like you always felt comforted, safe, and protected and loved when you had these embraces from her. And I just want you to know that I feel it right now. I feel what you used to feel, and it's lovely, right? So that still very much exists. Okay. Time out. What? She's golly. She's saying something about drink some more water so you can let some of those tears out or something. I don't know what to make of that. Besides, she's basically urging you to kind of take care of yourself, and then also physically and emotionally. Like she really wants you to spend a little bit more time on that for yourself. Because and this is important, because there is a trend for you to do the same thing that she's doing, where you're taking care of everybody else and not yourself. And this is super important, because like, learn from this, right? Because if you don't take good care of yourself, you're not going to be as good to take care of everybody else. So definitely make sure that you are working on your physical health, your emotional health, and grieving and really working through this stuff, because by working through this stuff, you're going to be a better person to help the other people that you're trying to help. You don't have to neglect yourself to do that, right? You'll be more capable of doing that meaningful, because it's everybody else before me. Is that feeling going on? And I'm recognizing the theme between you two, and she's like, like, learn from this, okay? So I don't know why I just heard what sounds like maracas, or some sort of I know that's super random. There's some sort of sound like that. So keep your ears peeled. It might even be like someone like flicking blinds or something. you know, something like that. There's a sound like that. I mean, it's like that. It's not maracas, but I'm saying I heard something. That's the closest thing I could think of. Okay, so keep your ears open, because if you hear something that sounds like that, almost like the rattle of a rattlesnake inside your house, don't worry, not like it's an actual rattlesnake. There's like almost like, you know, those plastic blinds. And if someone took their fingers and rolled up them, you would hear like that. Right? Something like that. Keep your ears open for that, because when you hear that, that's just going to be her kind of demonstrating that she's around you. It's going to come from behind you as well. So wherever this is, I don't know. But I'm going to leave that with you, because I just heard it, and I'm getting it from behind me, and that's coming for you. So just make sure that you know when you hear that's the case, that this person is the one doing that, number one. And number two, just take that moment to you know, acknowledge their presence, and to have some heart to heart knowing they're there with you, because I really feel like you have needed that and haven't been able to get that. So this is something they're kind of paving for you. Okay. Also, don't feel bad. It's natural to get caught up in life and kind of to not speak to people as much as we'd like to. Okay. So don't feel bad about that. If there was less conversation, then you're kind of like kicking yourself, like, I wish I had more talks, more time, you know, while they were still here. Don't kick yourself about that, because it's normal. It's normal in life for us to get caught up in our stuff. Okay. And I mean, they absolutely hear you, but I'm really being told to focus on you like communicating with you, right? And working through your stuff, like really start unpacking and diving into that, because I'm starting to feel, and I don't know if this is affecting you yet, but I'm starting to feel what feels like a little bit of tightness in my chest, which is kind of a symbol of anxiety for me. I'm starting to pick up some of that. Okay. And that's where this is coming from. Okay. When you don't deal with our emotional stuff from our emotional bodies, it trickles down into our physical bodies. It will affect your physical health. So we've got to get in there and work through our emotions so that doesn't happen. Okay. So it's very, very important. I highly recommend and suggest that you look into the stages of grief and just try to explore and see what all of those mean in your situation. It sucks. It does. And it's painful to go through, but on the other side of it, it's beautiful. Okay. It's tough. Okay. That's super, super important. That's highlighted right now. Okay, darling. I'm gonna leave you that with warm blessings. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course. And yeah, just everyone, please send light and love to Candy. Candy, thank you so much for your patience with me.
Thank you.
Of course, darling.